Hi, Cougar fans. Joe Pop with the Cougars head coach Brian Barone following the win at Southeast Missouri State. Coach, a dominant first half. Has to feel good for your guys to come back, respond from a tough night on Thursday, and have such a good start today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about with this team in particular, we don't always play the right way. We don't always do the right thing, on the court necessarily, but we always show up. Every day we show up to practice. Every day we show up prepared, ready to go. I have an unbelievable staff. Colin Schneider was on point tonight with the scout. The guys completely bought in. And they just went in there, we had a theme of just being focused. We have to continue to stay focused. And I thought we came out right away and had focus for 40 minutes.
Speaking of focus, Arnie Sakanis might have been as focused as we've seen him in his career here.
He was phenomenal. He comes off right away to start the game. He got 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, a couple tip outs. He was catching everything and finishing aggressively at the rim. And I thought he altered a bunch of shots. He definitely had more than 2 or 3 block shots, like they said. He was phenomenal. I mean, he was everywhere on the court. He had great communication, and our guys really just kind of had a calming sense when he was on the floor. I thought him, Baker, and Kyle, with the size and physicality that we had, it was nice to have them all out there really contributing with their contributions throughout the entire game.
Tyler King knocking down some shots big time as well.
Yeah, right away he went out there and hit a big 3, I think, in the corner, out of a baseline out of bounds. He drove. He's finally starting to feel kind of himself. He comes in. He has an injury. He doesn't play all summer. He doesn't play up until right before the season, and he's really coming into his own. He's having a level of confidence. He's getting to the 3-level scorer that we think he is, and he's such a coachable and unbelievable kid too. So I'm really happy to see his success.
Jack Campion and C.J. Hall kind of gave you a really good duo at the point guard spot.
I think they had 10 assists, 2 turnovers in the game, and I'm ripping them to be better, and because I have such a high expectation for those guys. I'm a big believer in both of them, and I think that C.J. went in there, had a couple baskets early. That were tough shots, kind of some of those shots where we weren't really comfortable offensively yet in the first half, and he really kind of calmed us down by making a couple tough ones. I think he had 4 or 5 assists as well with no turnovers. He had a couple late shot clock dump offs to Arnie, and he's really, I'm hard on him. He's very hard on himself, but you want to just continue to let him play. And then Jack went out there and did some really, really good things. I slowed those two down. When it became a 20-point game, 7-8 minutes, you start doing the math in your head a little bit. So we limited some of our offensive production by taking time off the clock, which is probably a little too early for what it worked. But, for those guys' production, I thought they really controlled the game.
Back home now for 2, a chance to kind of turn things around at First Community Arena.
Yeah, it's been, last time we were there, we had 4, we went 2-2. We had obviously devastating injuries. Kyle didn't play one of the games. CJ didn't play a few of the games. We're still trying to find ourselves. We got a good Tennessee State coming in. We're always going to continue to have to find ourselves with this, evolving team that we learned in those 4 games in OVC 8 days. And so hopefully we come back. The community and our fans are going to be such an integral part of this team's success moving forward. Just we've been through a lot. And just having them show up for us next week, and I don't usually, I'm always fired up. They're always there, and I really appreciate it. But if you're 50-50 next week for whatever reason, all right, don't skip any of your kids' games, all right, because I skip enough of those right now for everyone. But if you have an opportunity, this team is just going to be so embraced by our community even more for everything we've been through and what they're doing on a daily basis. It'll be a great atmosphere hopefully next Thursday.
As always, Coach, thanks.
Thanks, Joe. You're the best.
Cougars head coach Brian Barone. It's back home for Tennessee State on national TV coming up Thursday.